few issues with my unit I built. As I think you know, if you've seen the other videos, this piece of software, or this software app, this DJ, has the capability of monitoring one deck while playing on another. Now I've had a few little issues with connections, and also I didn't realise that the headphones I was using to monitor have 4 connections on the plug. Didn't even think to look, to be honest. One of them being a microphone input. So when I was plugging it in, I was only getting it come up on one channel. I couldn't work out why. So I've got my mixer hanging out at the moment because I was checking the connections. Now the reason why I've hot glued these is because the way this mixer is configured is that the connections are all on top, which makes it rather awkward when you're plugging stuff in. You can't use ordinary jack plugs. You have to use flat profile ones, sort of things, the sort of jack plugs that are used on bands and stuff like that. You know, like plugging in guitars and stuff. So unless you go to a music shop, you're not necessarily going to be able to get them very easily. Maplins used to do them, but of course Maplins are now gone. So in an emergency, I didn't have any of these, so I've been using a hot glue gun. Works perfectly well, the joints are soldered on properly, and I've been using a hot glue gun to isolate them. So I found out 2 problems really. One, my connections weren't very good, and also the fact that the plug that plugs in to the headphones, which you can see here, these are another set of headphones that I'm now using. That extra connection on the end of the plug was causing me a problem, because when you're monitoring a record on one deck while the other one's playing out through the speakers, it actually comes up on this auxiliary in. Now the auxiliary in gives you 2 options. You can either listen to the output on the speakers through the headphones, or you can listen to auxiliary input. So I thought, right, okay, that's perfect for what I want. What happened was the original set of headphones that I had started playing up, so I found these other Sony ones, plugged them in, they all started working. I thought, okay, problem solved. But it wasn't until I was doing a couple of gigs where one deck was bleeding in on the other, and I couldn't work out what the hell's wrong. Checked all my connections, everything seems to be right. So disconnected the wiring thinking that there was a problem. In the end it actually turned out to be the headphones, but that's alright because it meant I could make my joins better. Now just give me a minute and I'll show you something which I'm going to use to seal these connections. Now my wife, bless her, is on dialysis because she has kidney problems. So now some of the pipes come with these connectors on them. I don't know if you can see that clearly. You actually throw these away. They're to keep the bags nice and clean and sealed. And so I thought, I could have a use for them, because they're like, I wonder if they'll be alright for setting up wires and stuff. So I've since found I've got about 5 other uses for these, and they've come in really, really useful. So now I save them. I've got some in a little pot here, but I've got absolutely thousands of the things now. And I keep them because obviously she has to go on dialysis every night. So I now keep these. but they're ideal, you know, so I'm going to use them in this instance. So I'll just unplug that for a moment. And right now I have the two connections going from the monitoring section on here. I hope you can see that clearly. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to seal this inside there, but before I do that, I'm going to pop a little bit of hot glue just to isolate the actual connections from each other. I've already soldered the joints. There's no worries there. I'll just totally isolate these from each other. Okay. Right, now what I'll do is I'll pop a little bit of hot glue down the centre of there, and then I'll push these inside, keeping all the connections separate obviously. So before I do that, I'll just screw a little bit down there, right there. I tell you, whenever I watch videos where these kids are making stuff with hot glue guns, they always manage to do it and then just one little wiggle and it's off. I've never been able to do that. It's mad. So I'll just push that on there, like that. And set that up inside. There you go. Connection made and sealed. So yeah, so they're quite good for that, ideal. But before I go any further and say that it's a done job, I will actually check it to make sure. I'll just move that there, plug that in. Right, so what we'll do is we've got a cue set up on this one. Let's move that to there. Yeah, it's fine, absolutely fine. I don't know if you can hear that. There you go, so that's working fine. Right, so it means if that one's queuing, that one can be playing. So we'll move that through. Let's have a look. What we've got on here. Back. Open it up. And add that to the queue list. Move that along. Right, and now we should have sound. Obviously I can't do too much of that because I'll get a copyright strike. Yeah, so that's on the main output, as I said. And also it comes up on here as well. So you actually get a visual. You should get a visual monitor of it. So you can actually, as you do it, you can see the lighting up. So works brilliantly. So that's good. So it seems to have fixed the problem. Yeah, they're absolutely good. That's not going anywhere. It's not causing any problems. So that seems to fix that. So if I find, okay, what I'll do, if I clean the list out. Right, now we've had an update on this piece of software now. You can now clear the whole list instead of having to hold it and select them all. You can now clear the whole list. It will ask you if you want to clear the list. Do you want to clear the now playing list? Just say yes, and it clears it, which is much quicker if you want to clear the whole list, you know. So that's really nice. And also, they've given you a new skin. There's new colours of skins and that. And there's going to be a few more along the way, so who knows what's going to happen. There are a few other things that I asked the developer to do. There's a couple of things that are not quite there, but you know, I've used this for gigs now, lots of gigs in fact, and it's never given me any problem. It's been very, very, very reliable. I can't say that much. I know I've said that a lot in videos, but it is true. Absolutely ultra reliable. So let's find non-copyright. So let's go back. Here we go. Non-copyright music, and we'll share it between both lists. Add to queue. Go back. Move that onto there. Move that onto there. And here we go. Right. Okay. Now we can play it. Easy as that. Non-copyright music out there. You have to look around for it, but it is out there if you're willing to look. Now, of course, I can just do it also. So. If you can see now on the screen, see where it's redlining? Yeah, now I've actually spoke to the developer of this app and asked them if there's any way you can put in an auto like volume leveling. You can take the gain down because you can see how high, looking at the waveform, how loud the volume is on that. So you can use the gain. So before you mix the record in, you can actually change the gain, which is what I usually do. So I can take it down. There we go. So now I've taken it out of the red. So it stops it being overzealous, so to speak. Unit will power up a small hall. It's 125 watts per channel. The amp is in the bottom. Bring that down a bit. So the amp and the power supply is all in the bottom here, right there. There is a cooling fan, which I only switch on when I'm doing a gig, like so if I'm whopping the volume up, then the car amp in the bottom does get bloody hot because it's pulling these 30 amps when it's running at almost maximum volume. So so I've got to switch there, so I can switch the fan on. It sounds a bit noisy in here because it's echoing, but obviously when you're out the front of the unit, you can't hear it. I'll turn it on. I'll turn that for a minute. You can hear the fan running. So yeah, I know it sounds probably noisier on the video, I don't know, but to everybody outside, they can't hear that. I can hear that more because it's blowing out, sucking air out. It's sucking air in from the front and blowing it out towards me. So yeah, it can get a little bit warm when you're standing behind it, but it's absolutely fine. So yes, I only use that when I'm really pushing the watts out. But it works very well. Yeah, that click, I suppose I could get rid of that if I put a condenser across it. But, you know, consider I usually switch it on at the beginning of a gig and that's it. It doesn't go off until the end of the gig, you know. Yeah, so they're brilliant. These things are brilliant. I mean, usually I throw them in the bin. They're absolutely perfect for insulating stuff. As I say, I've got the mixer hanging out at the moment. So normally it all tucks in. If you've seen other videos, it's all tucked in and the headphone plug in there. So you've got left and right out, which go out to the power amp. And you've got left and right for the monitoring facilities. But as I said, even though it's going out and left and right, it is still only a mono signal because it uses one of the outputs from the sound card in the actual tablet as one of the monitoring, so you can't get a stereo out. So what you're hearing is mono, but the quality is still excellent. So yeah, as I said, when you change the queuing amount, it changes the speed of the deck. I've no idea why. This is why I've done these set of videos, because even though the developer has done a fantastic job of this app, instructions wise, there's very basic instructions right at the very beginning, and that only tells you a very minimal amount of things, and that's right at the very beginning. So you really do have to hunt through it to learn what it's all capable of. It's capable of a hell of a lot, I've got to tell you. But it's very responsive. And as I said, this Lenovo tablet, it's only 2 gig of RAM, so you know, by today's standard, it's It's actually way down in the performance leagues. I've had no problem with this tablet. This tablet's been fantastic. Now, right, I can plug these back in now. It plugs in these two here. Okay, right now, stop that, and it should come up with Bluetooth. When I plug the Bluetooth in, I'm trying to make it a little bit tighter because all these things were, this whole thing was originally an experiment, prototype or whatever you like to call it, and I added Bluetooth to it, but obviously I'd already built the body of it. So I couldn't afford to put any holes in it because I'd already built it, and the sub is here and it plays up into this tube here, which means all the like mid bass comes out here, and the sub then comes down to the bottom and comes out a chute at the front, which I'll show you in a minute. So yeah, so I had to fit the power supply sort of separately, which means it plugs in to a charger, which I shall go and find. Just one moment. Right, so yeah, so if I plug in the Bluetooth, excuse me, it should come up.
Bluetooth mode.
Right now, which means I can either connect this by Bluetooth, if I want to, I can do that. Or I can connect it to my small tablet to Bluetooth. I've got a smaller tablet, which I use for karaoke when I'm doing karaoke, which is absolutely perfect. So it means I can control the Bluetooth from here. And as you hear, there is absolutely no noise from that Bluetooth device. It's on the front, I'll show you it. Cost me £3. Postage and packing was free. I don't know how they manage it, I really don't. Incredible. Yeah, so I'm aiming to tidy this all up a little bit, to try and sort of run it down and do that with it. So let me do that and I'll come back. Okay, right, everything is back in, mixer's back in. I've now run the leads down. It's not very tidy at the moment. Well, it's tidy-ish. I've actually got down the bottom there, I've run the Bluetooth power cable and also the power for this light strip is running down there as well, and goes down to these plugs. Eventually I might well put these into built-in transformers inside the unit, but for now they're plugged in. Down here I've got some like ducting coving. It's like a smooth round, so that'll cover that, and also I'm going to do a piece that comes right along there, paint it black. The rest of the unit's all going to be painted black again. This black I've got on here at the moment is a gloss and I don't like it. If you saw one of my earlier videos on another little prototype that I did, like a matte black, it looked much better, which is what my intention is going to be for this. But it's never come back into the shop where I bought it from, unfortunately. I bought the paint from Poundland, the original one, and they've never had it since, so a bit disappointing because it's great paint, but I think I'm going to end up looking online for it. But now my headphones are all now plugged in properly, and all plugged into the top there, except you can't see. There you go. So yeah, they're all plugged in nicely back in. So that just plugs in and out. With the proper headphones. So that all now works perfectly. Yeah, so it's all running lovely. Yeah, it's all lit up now. I've not got any bad connections now, so that's all good. Actually quite good. Quite on that again. I don't even remember downloading that. There you go. Yeah, so it's very mobile. You see these lights here. It's just simple lights. They're from my sister-in-law got them for me, if I remember rightly. I've got a couple of others coming which can be changed colour and pattern, so I'm waiting for them to come at the moment. So it means my whole system is mobile, so it's on casters, so solid or rock. Yeah, these work really well actually, quite nice. I had to change the motor to go in reverse on one of them. There you go. So it's in broad daylight, so you can imagine how bright they are during the night, or in a darkened room, or slightly darkened room. That's quite pleasant, that. Quite like that.
Drifting on the ocean.
Ever so responsive. Like, drops on the ground. Bluetooth device there. Tiny little board, absolutely tiny. £3, free postage and packing. I don't know what it'll be like now, but also I've bought more than one now. So there you go. So you have mid bass coming out of here, or the mids coming out of here, mids and top end coming out of these, 4 speakers. Play that in like a fan, and the bass from these is, or the back, you have the air which comes from these is baffled and comes out the front here, so you get like a mid sort of bass, if you like. Probably about 50 to 65 hertz around that area. You've got the sub, which is up in here, firing upwards, and the bottom of it is firing down the tube through a series of baffles, which I shall show in another video. And at the bottom you have the bass scoop, which is here. I should show you. Here it's like a scoop, and it comes down from here out the front. So your sub bass is coming out the bottom of here, but there is no speakers in here. This is the air intake for the fan, and the outtake and the output is at the back. Alright? So the amplifier is in this bit. So the fan is sucking cold air in across the top of the amp, and below that there are 2 ducts, and the power supply is at the bottom here. It's about 17 quid. I'll see if I can find the link for it. 30 amp output, maximum output. It's been absolutely ultra reliable, touch wood. This is 8-inch diameter tube. It's about 1/4 inch thick, so it's pretty solid, as you can imagine. This is all MDF. All this is MDF. As I say, I built this originally just as a prototype. So you've got casters on the bottom, and you can wheel it around quite easily, no problem. It's not that heavy to pick up either, and it loads in the back of my car. So very versatile. Can do karaoke with it as well. So I can also use the tablet, this tablet, on the Bluetooth if I want to. So then, if you want, you can then have stereo out of each channel. Stereo left and right. So if you're just going to run music without using the monitoring facilities, you can just switch it into Bluetooth. Or anything, of course. Videos, you can play videos. They'll all come out on Bluetooth on here as well. So, very versatile little unit. I'm very pleased with it. As I say, built out of scraps and a bit of imagination. So, just shows what you can do, doesn't it? So, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and it's given you a little bit more insight into how this was built. But I will probably do another video which will be a bit more in depth, and it will show you all the baffle work and everything inside. It's quite complicated inside as far as the baffling is concerned. That's how I'm able to get the amount of bass I get out of it. In fact, everybody that's heard it has said, like, how the hell do you get so much bass out of that thing? I mean, it is literally a 6-inch speaker, a 6-inch sub. The mid bass, about 50 hertz, comes out of these. And obviously, even if you're in a corner of a room, it tends to bounce off the walls, so you end up with this like surround sound of bass. So it works excellently. Again, it's all solid. So yeah, I'm absolutely pleased with it. I'll just demonstrate the Bluetooth to you. So we'll just unplug the mics, and we'll go to YouTube. Well, what we'll do is we'll change the Bluetooth. Oh, not turn it off, stupid. And on this it's HWBT. Connecting.
Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
And there you go, connected, no problem. Right, what we'll do is we'll have a Techmoan.
In this video, I'm going to be looking at a few music titles that I've bought or been sent over the last few months and talk about how in an age of streaming and downloads, a physical release can be used as a promotional tool. Due to content match issues though, I can't play you any of the music. You'll find links to everything shown though in the video description text box. The first package I've got consists of two 12-inch and one 7-inch records sent to me by a chap called Richard Horton. He got in touch because he wanted me to see his unusual record designs, and I think you'll enjoy having a look at them too. The first disc is a bit of a 2-in-1. Not only do you get a psychedelic multicolour design on the disc, but it also incorporates a scratch.
So as you can hear, even speech is absolutely clear.
Light on that in a minute.
And my microphone, I saw in the other video when I was doing the live setup, sits in between there and works on these. Perfect. The virtual DJ works. Virtual DJ. Disc DJ works on this channel, and the Bluetooth works on this channel. But this is in stereo.
That reflective pattern on one side. So let's have a look at these on the record player. You can see the scratch hologram towards the centre of the disc. It changes shape as the record rotates, and I have to say that I really enjoyed the music on this one as well. It's organic sound set to a kind of chilled out hip hop beat, and this is music I would never have encountered on my own if it hadn't been released on.
So yeah, so that's about it really. That's all I can show you. There you go, that's my system. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed it and you liked it, well, you would have done if you enjoyed it, wouldn't you? Please leave a like, and if you've never been on my channel before, please subscribe. I would appreciate it. This channel hasn't been going that long really, so, and I haven't really pushed it, and I don't do that many videos that often because I'll only do a video if there's something that's worth doing or worth showing you. Obviously at the moment with what's going on, I won't mention the word, we're all in lockdown at the moment, so I thought it might interest you. So anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.